Hello, my friends. Liberty Garden, June 8th, Saturday. And I'm at the farm today, finishing up a stretch of fence that we left last week without finishing. We basically came out today and stretched the wire. So these three strands on the top are 12 gauge 2-point wire that was already in place and it was pretty decent shape, so I restretched it. These two bottom strands are 12.5 gauge 4-point Oklahoma brand high low carbon wire, so the regular conventional barbed wire. So right now I'm in the process of putting these little clips. Every post has a clip wherever the wire meets the post, to keep it in place. And it also tightens up the fence a lot. So this was already pretty tight with the come along, and then when you put these little clips, they get pretty tight. So last Saturday when I was here, I was here till about 6:30ish, 6 or so, and it was hot, and I was already starting to feel a little oozy woozy, a little wonky on the legs, and I kept drinking a lot of water, and it just did. The thirst would not go away. I mean, the thirst was just there, persistent, even though I was drinking water. Um, I realized at that point that I was probably getting a little dehydrated, and I needed to call it a day. And that's what I did. I got in the truck and I went back home. And then when I got home, man, I was having these nasty cramps. I had never had cramps so bad in my life. Behind my legs, on my calves, behind my thighs. My fingers were cramping up. So my wife has this energy drink that she uses when she exercises, and she gave me a glass of that, and that kind of put a lot of salts in me and stuff like that, and kind of restored me, and the cramps went away. So I figured that I was probably drinking water and washing away all the mineral salts and all the electrolytes out of my body. So this time I went to Costco and I saw these little packets. So it's basically electrolytes, liquid IV. It's just a little powder that you mix with 16 ounces of water, and it says that it has passion fruit flavor. It's actually pretty tasty. And if I could read these little rinky-dinky letters. Anyway, it's got basically potassium, salts, and something else. It's basically liquid IV. It's like Pedialyte or one of those things that you drink. So it says non-GMO, electrolytes, drink mix. I think it has like 3 times the amount of electrolytes that you find in Gatorade and crap like that. Which last time I did have Gatorade, but man, that thing is just sugar, really. It's not that good, I think, because it didn't do much. So these are pretty good. They're a little pricey. Well, it's like $21 for 30 little packets. I'm on my second one today, and I feel good right now. I haven't cramped or anything, and I can tell that I'm not like making stupid decisions and getting a little bit weak on the legs or a little bit just lightheaded or anything. I'm doing good. So I'm about halfway through with the fence, putting the clips. I'm just taking a little break right now, kind of just drink a little water and get something to eat also. Another thing that I when I'm out here, I'm eating this. I bring like oranges. There's some oranges. My trusty bug out bag for those of you who don't think much of it. I bring some oranges, and this time I brought some. Last time I also brought some of this, which is basically trail mix. And this is nothing but just dehydrated fruit, some nuts, some banana chips, pineapple, dehydrated pineapple, dehydrated papaya. It's just energy, basically, energy, and just kind of keep the hunger pains away. But it gives me a lot of energy. So I'm eating that, and I'm also just drinking my fluids, and that's it. And back to work. So this is how the guy that I hire in the morning, he comes and works for 4 hours. He really can't work much more than that, and then I take him home. We use this pipe here to unroll the barbed wire. These rolls of barbed wire, they're a bitch to unroll, really. Especially when you're walking through uneven terrain and stuff like that you're bumping and tripping and all kinds of things. But anyway, the wire's all put up. We pulled it tight, and now I'm just clipping it. And that'll be about 80 yards of fence in the back. And I'm going to call it a day. Until next time, folks.